Yo, Zenith, this is not released, okay? This isn't a leak, nothing like that. But we are going to speculate. We're going to predict what is Zenith going to look like, because we're getting to that time of the year. It happens every year to where we're going to see an all-troop type Zenith. Well, what's it going to be? We got an idea of what we think it's going to be, and I had my boy Daver put the math together, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to go through what it's going to take for players to get the Zenith. We're going to talk about some of the different possibilities when it comes to the stats, and then how those apply to you. Is it even worth it? We're going to talk about all of this right now. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadsky. I do videos for Rise of Kingdoms all the freaking time, man. And if you enjoy these videos, throw a thumbs up, give it a like, get any kind of entertainment value. Just hit or entertain, baby. And if you're not subscribed, consider doing so. Guys, it doesn't cost you anything. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's get this thing done to help out the channel a ton. Love you guys. And we are in the middle of our August video giveaways. I give a $10 flex for every video. All you got to do to enter to win is comment down in the comment section from our previous video. This comes from Christopher. He wins a $10 flex. 28 cooked this KVK. Best KVK 2 I've ever witnessed. He's talking about 4028. And my last video, I have a card on the top. It talks about how crazy good of a KVK it was. 4028. We were fighting against two Imperiums in 4030 and 4039. Ton of fun. And Chris goes on to say, I was madly entertained. Not going to lie, you got to keep Ryan for KVK3. That guy is freaking good. He is. Ryan is my guy. Love this dude. He and I were cooking the garrisons. Of course, his set might be the greatest garrison or rally infantry set I've ever seen in a KVK2. So from there, let's move along, shall we? We have got Zenith of Power. Now, it's coming. It's coming sometime in the near future. Typically in the fall, we get an all-troop Zenith skin, okay? And a whole Zenith event. It's a lot of fun, a lot of cool events, a lot of rewards, all those fun things. Now, I am no stranger when it comes to Zenith events, right? I got a bunch of Zenith skins. Like a bunch. All right. One of my very first ones that I ever got. Let me see here. We were going back through this. I think this was the first one I ever got when I first really started pushing. I got an infantry attack one. Thought it was pretty good. Okay. Got an archer attack one. Then I used Atlantis forever. Infantry health 10%. Hey, yo. Love it. And then I used this cavalry defense one for a long time. I never had the 15% cavalry health. I always liked defense on cavalry. I ran this thing to death, ran it for years. And until the new one came out, I continued to run it. Then I've got my OL Zenith skin. I got a couple of those. And I've got the Reign of Rhyme. Okay, Zenith skin. Now, I sniped this one at like 20 million power. Then I got the 12% troop attack one, okay? And I skipped the 12% defense one because there was a mitigation back in that day where you had a nerf, right? You had the benefits, and then you had something that nerfed it. Well, it was like something with cavalry, and I didn't like and that's the unicorn, the pony one that is, it's somewhere around here. Is it down here somewhere? This guy. Okay. Not this guy. That's Itachi's. Let me look down here. It's around here somewhere. It is around here somewhere. I'm going to find it. Here it is. The unicorn one. Okay. Now this used to have like a cavalry deficiency. I couldn't remember if it was like 5% cavalry defense or something. Well, I ran 3 cavalry. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And so from there, I skipped that one and just stuck with my 12% attack. Then 16% attack came out last year. And oh boy, did we run it up. Like, let me show you guys when it comes to this. This is where we were in 606 last year. All right. Now, what's crazy about this, we had like 40 players get this. You had to do 60 million power in an all-troop Zenith to guarantee that you're going to get it with the currency. All right. Single troop type stuff, it's 40 million, 60 million for the all troop stuff. And this is how high it gets. It gets crazy. It gets absolutely nuts. And that's what I got. Great action points. Love that. Troop attack, 16%. That's what I've been running in the field nonstop. Now, I did get the cavalry defense because I'm a cavalry main. That's what I do. And since the cavalry defense one, we have gotten a couple others. What is this one? Oh, the troop health and training speed. This is my newest one from OL. Let's go. Hey, yo. And then let me see here. We should have this one here for infantry defense. I have this on my restart account, which is really, really good. And then what else? We've got Archer Attack here. I think I got a 15-day one of that, and it's pretty good. So what's going to be next? That's the question. All right. What are we going to see? Well, my prediction is we've had all the 20% ones for defense, right? We've had the cavalry here. We've had the infantry here. We've gotten the recent Archer one, 20% defense. So we've run through that. So now we're back to the all troop type, right? And if we're back to the all troop type, we're going to go from 16% attack. What's next after attack? Always happens. Defense. We're going to go from 16% attack to 16% defense. That's my prediction. That's what I think we're going to see. And we're probably going to see it pretty quick because this generally happens in, I don't know, September or October. So 16% defense. What does that mean? Because the first thing I thought when I heard of Zenith all troop stats and all troop Zenith, I was like, okay, we're going to get 16% defense. And if we get 16% defense, Daver, help me out. My boy Daver, of course, he's in the War Council with me. He put up some stats. Now, when it comes to defense, okay, each troop type is completely different. It always depends on what you have with my gear. What am I supposed to get? This thing? Okay. Rune, whatever. All troop types are completely different. Cavalry, because they don't have a lot of defense, really likes defense. That's why that 20% cavalry skin I got for defense is great. But some of these other troops, like infantry, hey, yo, tons of they don't even have any health. I mean, tons of defense, right? And I even have the KDK stuff on this one, okay? When it comes to archers, they're a little more balanced, right? Archers have 36% defense, 14.5% health, but the health is always really good on archers. Defense, not as good as health. But if you compare the defense to attack, for those of us who have 16% attack, all right? For those of us who have 16% attack, how is this going to look? Okay, what's the comparison? And Daver did it. He ran the numbers. We're going to talk about this in the War Council on Saturday. Here is what we've got when it comes to this. Let's pull this up. Okay, attack versus defense. All right. Now, he broke this up into the cavalry special units, the infantry special units, and the archer special units. Okay. Now, one thing you're going to see here, and I'm going to make this really, really simple. Okay. Number one, Daver is French, okay? Viva la France. We won't hold that against him, but hey, yo, let's go Frenchie. Okay, Daver does commas, right? A comma is a period. So let me increase this just a little bit so we can read it, okay? On the cavalry stats, all right, the 16% attack versus the 16% defense, you're going to see a 0.16% increase in performance on Arthur Ivar. This is all based on Daver, guys, and I'll have a link to his toolbox down in the description. Daver does this stuff, and it's like incredible. All right, his whole simulation he built is just crazy, and it's so freaking accurate. And so from there, 0.16%, not even like a fifth of a percent, not a big deal for the cavalry. Okay. When it comes to the Achilles gang, okay, 66%. All right. Part of the reason why that Arthur Ivan is because Ivan has so much freaking defense coming in the game. He's brand new commander. He's got a ton of defense, like 50% defense. So you're not gaining anything in that march, really. Achilles gang, totally different. That's reaching up to almost 0.75%. Still not amazing. Sun Tzu Ivar, okay. No difference. And the reason why, just like we said it, when it comes to these infantry commanders, okay, when it comes to infantry commanders, when it comes to their gear, defense and attack are just about the same as far as their impact, because even though defense is technically better than attack, you just have so much. You have so much from your gear. Just an insane amount. So that's why there's like no change. A BQ Luce, little bit, like barely a little bit. And then look, Chen YSG, guys, Chen YSG, it's better to have attack. Okay. And so from there, that has to do with Chen. It has to do with how that works. So it's actually not good. And then the ALP with Herman, it is 1% better to have the 16% defense rather than the 16% attack. So that's what you get if you got a cavalry special unit type like Arabia, okay? Like I run Arabia. And so from there, if you have an infantry special troop type, like you run Greece, okay, you run Rome, you run France, you run anything that's going to give you the special troop units for infantry, it's roughly the same numbers you can kind of see, but there's a little bit of change here and there. Okay, but overall, you're looking at down on the improvement effect. Okay, now with the Cav special units, 0.23, like a quarter of a percentage is going to give you that effect. Like, that's not a big deal, guys. Like 1 or 2%, 3% more effectiveness. Oh man, now we're talking. The infantry, same thing, 0.18%. Okay, you come to archer special units. If you're running Ottoman, if you're running Egypt, you're going to get about a 0.11. Okay, and so from there, what does that mean? All right, well, let's talk about it, and let's go through kind of the overall, let's go through Daver's kind of overall conclusion, okay? When it comes to this, that's how the setup is done. You can see this full legendary set, not talented, on each commander, VIP 17, measures changes on combat effectiveness, combined metric, damage dealt plus damage taken. That's how you do the combat effectiveness. This is all made by Daver. We know this. Here's the conclusion. You guys ready? There's no significant overall upgrade. Attack improves offensive output while defense improves sustainability. If you already have the Sands of Time, okay? If you already have the Sands of Time, which is right here, it's what I've got. I'm running it right now. If you already have the Sands of Time, there is no need to push. There's your synopsis. If we are getting, okay? If we are getting a situation to where we've got a new Zenith of Power, and that Zenith is 16% defense, okay? That's what's on the docket. We can predict this stuff based on samples, but nothing is guaranteed. You never know. Now, if they come back at us and make it 16% health, hold the phone. Like, we got to go recalculate that because health will be crazy. But that is overall what you're going to get, okay? Daver put this thing together, and this is what you need to know when it comes to this. Now, the TLDR to all this, not that big of a deal. If you have the 16% all troop attack, not much of a change to grab the defense based on running those 6 marches, right? Right? Pretty easy. Okay. Now, if you're a player that does not have the 16% attack, if you're a player that's been waiting to do this and you're in a continent that maybe you don't have to go like completely crazy on your speed ups, not like this in 606 last year, it was crazy. But maybe you can go get the Zenith skin. Maybe in my restart on 4028, I can get it for like 20 million power. Hey, yo. Maybe we go do that. But if you're a player that runs like 3 calves, if I run 3 calves and I've got this skin right here, I might just stick to that. I run 3 calves, 1 infantry, 1 archers. That's going to give me 60% of stats for 5 marches. Okay, so that's pretty good. If you have other things, like you have this 12% attack, or if you have our floating unicorn, where the heck is that? Our floating unicorn, our fluffy pony, freaking My Little Pony City Skin, 12% defense, then of course a 4% increase is going to help, okay? So if you don't have Sands of Time, then yeah, you're going to probably get a good benefit to a new City Skin if it's 16% defense. If you do have Sands of Time, don't worry about that. If you don't have the speed ups, guys, don't freak out, okay? If you got 15% infantry health, if you got 20% cavalry defense, okay? If you got 20% infantry defense, if you got this stuff and you run multiple marches of that troop type, you're good. Don't freak out about it, okay? I don't want to see players like losing their minds and quitting the game if they can't get it, okay? Just save your speed ups. Because if you train all that power, you better kill it. You better kill it in any kingdom I'm in. That's all I know. So from there, that kind of gives us an idea of how this thing's going to work. Like I said, Daver put it together. If you guys enjoyed this video, throw a like on here. All right, be sure to check out Daver's Toolbox. He's posting stuff all the time now that Ivan's come out into the game, or at least his skills have been released. Daver's already cooking on that. He's already cooking on the accessories for your new cav marches. Now he's cooking on this. He's like, Chadsky, if the next Zenith skin is defense, here's what I got. And I was like, bro, I'm going to go tell the world. And he's like, great, let's go do it. So be sure to check out Daver, Billick, and Dom as we fire back up the War Council podcast on Saturday. I've been fighting like crazy, so I haven't been able to do that. So check that out. Love everybody. Appreciate everybody. If you have not subscribed, consider doing so. And with that being said, we hope you have a great day, broskies.